Now, I have done many hypothetical Pokemon scenarios, such as which Pokemon would be the best doctor, babysitter, etc, etc. But one we haven't done, which quite frankly is pretty shocking, is which Pokemon would be the best household pet to have. Now, there are many Pokemon in the franchise, but that doesn't mean every single one would be a great little pipsqueak to add to your family, I'm not gonna lie. So in this video, we are gonna go over which Pokemon would be the worst pets and which Pokemon would be the best pets to have. Now, I'm gonna start off by saying that most Pokemon are immediately disqualified, like most legendaries and mythicals, for example. If you are saying that Necrozma or Darkrai would be great pets to have, I know that you are dang near crazy. But let's talk about the normal 1000 Pokemon for now. Starting off with some other horrible options, I just have to go with Snorlax. Let's be real, man. If you think Snorlax is going to be a great pet, you're just being delusional. This Pokemon would eat your house if it got the chance, bruh. Your entire wallet would be drained just from feeding this man. You would have to go bankrupt to even attempt to satisfy Snorlax's hunger. And if you didn't, well, you might be next. And the worst part about it is that this Pokemon will never be satisfied no matter how much food you give him. This guy is just a fat bum who will never stop sleeping and will only wake up for a meal that can feed an entire country. That pretty much sums up my dogs as well, so I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest with you. You can try and justify Munchlax, but even then, I don't think it's worth it, man. I'm sorry, but as cute as these Pokemon are, you have to convince yourself that it's just not gonna work out. The next Pokemon that I will absolutely not let into my life would be none other than Metagross. I mean, is there really anything to say? This Pokemon will legit break your house just by existing. Not only will bro just not fit in your average home, but even if he does, he will be going through every single wall or floor within the building. No matter how hard it tries to be respectful, it will not end well for your living space. Listen, man, I'm just trying to be honest. Not to mention, I don't understand how the relationship is gonna work out because the thing is a whole lot smarter than you, so I don't understand how he's gonna find my life interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Like, dude, I make YouTube videos and play video games, meanwhile, bro is talking about the economic state of the world or some crap like that. And the last Pokemon I'll mention among the sea of horrible options will be Gengar. Now, you guys might find this Pokemon to be on the better end of the spectrum because of Ash's Gengar in the anime, but let me tell you that Ash's Gengar is an anomaly among Gengars. Most Gengars are actual psychos that place curses on humans just for the fun of it. They laugh at other people's fears, and not in a funny goofy way, no, they feed off of that fear. Not to mention, Gengars will often hide in the shadows of their prey and instantly kill them when given the right opportunity. I'm sorry, but I am not trying to risk my life living with a freaking Gengar. And let me tell y'all that you are not Ash. Realistically speaking, no one is going to be taming a Gengar and have full control over it. And even if it does like you, that just means it won't kill you. Pranks are not out of the occasions. And if I knew that thing would try and abuse my fear of heights, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to deal with all that. And this goes for Haunter and Ghastly too, or even 99% of ghost types, but I think that's a given. I am not hearing anyone out on Gengar, by the way. Your life will be ruined the moment you bring the dude into your life. Just you wait. But now that we went over some of the worst Pokemon, I can now discuss which Pokemon I think would be the best pet for me. And that Pokemon would be my favorite mythical, Shaman. Now, I know I said that legendaries and mythicals would be horrible pets, but Shaman is the exception, alright? Shaman is so small and cute, it would be the perfect pet to have in your home. Not only is its personality normal unlike half of the Pokemon roster, but it also has nice abilities that can benefit both me and others. Like, I think it would be so cool to make a field of flowers around my house or even just help people's crops and such whenever I get the chance. Shaman would not only better my life, but others as well. And he's small enough that I could snuggle in bed with, so that's a plus. And considering it has the potency to create the Sea Break path, and since it would be more durable than the average Pokemon, I can use him as a glider and we can fly wherever we want. I mean, is that not freaking sick? We would glide as far as the wind takes us. I get free travel to anywhere in the world, essentially. Although we couldn't really go that high since, you know, afraid of heights and all that. Now, I was also considering some other Pokemon like Sylveon because Sylveon is just super cute, and Froakie because it's my favorite Pokemon ever. Gardevoir would also be nice because she has so many cool powers that would just make life so much more fun. A couple of other honorable mentions would also have to go to Pokemon like Dedenne or Pikachu since they are also perfect pets, like you can't go wrong with them. They are simple and cute, nothing much more to say there. And they're also not destructive monsters or anything like that, so that's a plus. But of course, just getting my perspective is no fun. I want to hear what kind of cool Pokemon my friend Titan Owl would want to have as a pet, as well as any Pokemon off his list. So Titan Owl, take the stage, my friend.
Yo, what's good with y'all? And like Pokey said earlier, I'm going to be giving my take on the best Pokemon to have as a house pet. Obviously, when it comes to picking the best Pokemon to be a house pet, multiple things come into play. Living conditions, the Pokemon's attributes, and personalities. So already, more than half of the dex is eliminated, like legendaries, mythicals, and Pokemon that could end you in a psych ward. Gothitelle. Some more egregious ones would be Pokemon that people don't really consider hazardous, but really are. Like Macargo. Bro, there are multiple dex entries that say that Macargo's body temperature is around 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. For reference, that is hotter than the surface of the sun. How is everybody not dead? If you put this thing in your house, it and the entire neighborhood is gonna look like what Sukuna did to Shibuya on Halloween. Another one would be Litwick. Imagine you're sitting at home next to your Litwick and you notice that its flame is bigger than normal. How does that happen, you ask? It feeds on your life energy. And now guess what? You 23 feeling like you 40 with scoliosis. But none of them top Snorlax. Oh my goodness. As much as I love Snorlax, this guy's a thief! A thief! It's like if Zion Williamson and Ben Simmons raised a cat together. This guy would run your pockets dry and leave you with nothing but the scent of the food you bought. Matter of fact, nah, he'll probably find a way to eat that too. Not only that, if it takes one step, your house and maybe a couple others are cooked. Alright, now for my pick. I honestly think that the best Pokemon to keep as a house pet would be Lucario. It's loyal, I mean, it's a dog after all, and it's got hands. Anybody that tries to test you, Lucario will just pull up and skadoosh. And I mean, shoot, if it can't get you up close, he'll just blast you from long range. You see his special attack? And he's fast. Dog, they're not getting away. But anyway, that concludes my bit on this subject, and I just want to thank Pokey for bringing me on here and, you know, having a little laugh.
But guys, which Pokemon would you want to have as a pet? Let me know in the comments below, as I do read a bunch of my comments. And also give some cool reasoning, as I genuinely want to see what cool things you would do with your new pet. And I swear, if any of y'all say you would want to have a Garchomp, you must either be a straight up idiot or Coyote Peterson. And go subscribe to my man Titan Owl. He's great. He makes some great videos. So the link is in the description. Big thanks for Titan Owl. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But that's all Yuki wrote, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.